Okay, these are the session modes: in proc, state server, SQL server, custom. In proc, the default session state exists within the process the web is using. Within the process. In process, okay? In process, within the process. State server. Session data is sent to the configured state server service. Okay, it's a Windows service present in our machine. We can use that also as a provider to store the session information. SQL server. Session data is stored in the configured SQL server database. Custom is custom provider. You can mention any different provider to store the session information. So this is going to be very important for you as an important interview question, or modes of session state. Very important. Session itself is important and the modes of session are very important. Which mode is used for what? At least you should have the basic knowledge. Implementation wise, leave it. Okay, in proc, state server, SQL server, custom. The default one is in procedure. In process, in proc we'll use. So how can I change the session mode? Is nothing but in my web.config file. Here I can change session state mode is equals to, you can see. Okay, by default if you are not mentioning anything, it will be in proc only. Timeout period, for how many minutes do you want? Okay, 120, like that. Timeout period you can mention in the web.config file under system.web element. Though that was about session states. We can use all three modes within memory cookie or cookieless session state ID persistent. Okay, all the three, not custom. We can use session state to accomplish the following task: how uniquely identify browser or client device request and map them to an individual session instance on the server. See, when user data is destroyed, sorry, when user's session is destroyed, okay, you want to store some information for the next time itself. At that time you need to store session information, because session is information every time you cannot store in the web server. Web server will be limited in size. If you goes on increasing the size, if you store like that for all the clients, it will be very load on the server. So what is the requirement is nothing but, for the next time if you want some information to be stored in session for that client, you can use these modes. Okay, even though the session is destroyed, the information will be available in the machine or in any service. Store session specific data on the server for use across multiple browsers on client device you request within the same session. Raise appropriate session management events. In addition, you can write application code leveraging these events. So session will have some events. Okay, session start, session end. These events will be there in session. That we'll discuss in again next program. Okay, web garden and web form is there. I'll explain you this later. It's not a topic over here. I'll explain you later this part. What is web garden and what is web form. Hopefully you have got what is session and its related information till now, what we have discussed, like session modes, okay, session methods. Okay, so I just wanted to proceed. If you have any questions, you can ask me here itself.
Can I see the web config file just you just
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so finished.
Me?
Everyone about session.
Yeah.
Any questions? Nothing.
Can we set the session whatever that enable from our internet's option like browser's
No, no
option?
way. Like cookies, you are asking.
Yeah.
Like cookies, we can enable and disable, and we can delete it. You cannot do that for a session.
Because it is from the server side,
Obviously,
right?
browser will not control the session. Cookie, browser, under browser only the cookie will be controlled. Okay, browser will control the cookie, but browser cannot control the session. As we are saying
Okay.
that when we close the browser also the session will remain alive,
Right.
isn't it?
Yeah. So when we create a website, that website will be running on the ASP.NET server, right?
Obviously, every ASP.NET website will have that. Not ASP.NET development server, any server if you use, but the page is .aspx. Getting, it's not the environment, it is the web application in which you are developed, in which you developed. Environment you can take it IIS, any web server, IBM Sphere, okay, any web server if you take, but the requirement is for ASPX pages. It's an ASP.NET web application. For ASP.NET web applications, these are the conditions. This is the criteria. Obviously, for every web application, sessions will be there. We are not talking about that. What is the time duration of that? What are the methods are there? How they will be working? We are not talking about that. The architecture we need to learn is about ASP.NET architecture about sessions.
Yeah. Let's say I develop a website. Like, so can you tell us the few steps? Like, let's say I don't want the detail because it will be very complicated. Let's say I develop a website. Now I want to make it public, for everybody to access it.
Do
Usually, what are the things are involved in that?
just you need a domain and a space in the web server.
So how do we get that?
You will get online itself. For a domain, you will be having some price. You need to pay for that price. Okay,
Okay.
like www.shubhavebdeveloper.com. Okay, so
Okay.
Shubha Web Developer will become your path.
Right.
That is a
Web.
domain.com. The web path.
You mean the website name?
Yeah, website name is the path. It's a
Okay.
virtual path, we'll call it as, because the actual path will be different, that will be available in the web server. Physical path is
Mm-hmm.
different. User cannot
Yeah.
access that. In order to access your application which is available in some hard disk, in some space, in some path, user must enter this path, virtual path,
Right.
shubhavebdeveloper.com. Okay, so this is your path.com will be your domain, commercial domain. You need to purchase this. Most probably it will be in just $50, I think so, over there. And
Okay.
not even $50, $10 also, $7 8 you will get the domain. But the space, how much space you want on the web server. Okay, like we have got the cloud computing concept, we will store the data in some different location. Okay, in Google Drive, in SkyDrive, Microsoft SkyDrive. If you want a bulk of data, you want to store like 50 GB, 100 GB, you need to give them price, pay for the space. So here also you need to pay for the hosting, pay for the space, pay for the emails and all those things. It differs on the pricing. Okay, how much space you are purchasing. Unlimited, say $100. In $100 you will get unlimited space, 20 emails you will get, and you will get some domain, good domains also, and 20 subdomains also you will get. Okay, those are the real-time developmentation concept, real-time hosting. Might be will at the time when we finish with these things we'll discuss how to do all those things.
So can we come to know like where our application? So those are the hosts, right?
Yeah, so many web hosting environment are there, so many. You will not be able to know the environment also, they will host it.
Okay.
They will host it. You don't need to bother which is the web server of mine. In
Right.
fact,
Okay.
my website is hosted from UK.
Okay.
Okay, so like
Right.
that, there is no need to bother about that. Just host it, that's it. They'll maintain. Obviously we are not going to provide them any .cs files. We are providing that will be in the form of persisted DLL. When
Right.
you submit
Yeah.
your .cs file, obviously you need to give all the coding of your, from here you need to transfer through file system from here to that web server. So all that will be converted to DLL files. You don't need to bother about that when you host it. Okay, we will give from here itself .dll file.
Oh, okay.
Everything is there, security is there, totally 100% security is there.
So the website get like
Yeah,
whatever we develop gets
whatever we
converted.
developed, that will be converted to persisted DLL file. That DLL
Okay.
files we need to send it to the website hosting guys.
All right.
They will
Okay.
host it from there with that domain, with that path, whatever you want.
And let's say now after like I want to add something to my
How
website.
anytime they will give you the UI, user
Okay.
interface. They will give you anytime whatever you want, do it. You can
Okay.
make changes in your coding and host it. You can make any changes every time, host it for every minute. They will give you the user interface. You will be having
Okay.
some privacy key, email ID, password will be there for you in order to access your space. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Shiva is going very crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, she doesn't want to go for development. First, she wants to learn hosting. Okay, fine. Yeah, the next one is application state. So let's start with the application state. Okay, what is application state is nothing but it is used to maintain the state of all the users accessing the web forms present within the website. See, the architecture of session we have seen. For a particular client, a session ID will be created. Okay, for a particular specific client, say client 1 session ID 1, client 2 session ID 2, client 3 session ID 3. So for every time, for every request, for every client, it will create a session ID that will be carried out until that particular session is live. So in the web server, it will be session storage will be there session values will be stored, but that value cannot be shared by all the clients. What if I want to share some information for all the clients? I can go for application state. Application state is nothing but simply it's a common memory for all the clients shared by web server. Okay, the common memory for all the clients. It is not specific to any client, particular client. No, independent of the client. Okay, the value assigned for an application is considered as an object. Yeah, it is also application state is also a